Hello. Hello, Raton, and welcome to the Come to the Table podcast at Mesa Church. Welcome. My name is Patrick, or many of you know me as Patty G. And here with us today, we have the new Houston implant, the new person from H-Town. We have Jailey. Everybody give her a hand. Yay.
Yay. Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here.
So, we're going to be talking about mainly Jailey, but we're just going to talk about, like where she's been, where she's come from, and why she's here, right? Just to get to know her a little bit. So, the first question I have for you, Jailey, is...
I'm super nervous. I'm sorry, y'all.
She's laughing. I haven't even said the question yet.
Okay.
What is your favorite Bible story and why?
My favorite Bible story would have to be the woman that bled for 12 years. Just because in that story it shows that even with so much going on, this woman bled for 12 years and people were treating her so poorly, and she had this faith so powerful and beautiful that whenever she seen Jesus, she literally leaped and she was like, let me just get a touch. And she touched him, and when she touched him, she got healed just like that, because the faith that she had was so strong that she never once doubted the Lord and what he can do.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. That's always a great story, I think mine is probably the woman at the well, which is similar.
Okay.
Just because, this woman had been through so much, and, she was ashamed to go to the well at the normal time because no one would have her. And then, Jesus was like, I'm going to turn that upside down,
Yeah.
because if no one else will have you, I will have you.
Right.
And that's, that's inspirational. And he used that woman who was, she was, an adulterer and all that. He used that sinner to reach the whole of Samaria.
Yeah.
And, I love that story in the Bible. Guys, for those of you who are watching, you can drop questions in the chat. And if you have any questions for Jailey, what's your favorite color? Or, do you like green chili?
Green chili. I've only actually had that once, and it was on pizza. I did not like it.
Oh, dang. That's some fighting words right there. New Mexico. She don't like green chili. What are you going to do about it?
Right.
When you just saying she comes to church on Sundays, so you will see her on Sunday if you want to fight her in the parking lot. Okay?
I will have a bodyguard. Don't worry.
Oh, I wonder who that's going to be. Okay, so Jailey, you're from Houston,
I am,
right?
yes.
Which is the fourth largest city in the world.
Yeah.
Home of, not the world, oh my God. The U.S. of A.
Right.
Go Astros, go Texans, even though you're not a Texans fan.
Nope.
She's unfortunately a Cowboys fan.
Let's go Cowboys.
That might interest some of you.
Shout out to my Cowboy fans.
But what is the biggest shock that you had coming from Houston, the fourth largest city in the nation, to a town of 6,000 people?
So the biggest shock I would have to say is y'all have nothing to do out here. Y'all got no, y'all have some stores are not open. I could drive 10 minutes and kind of be out of this town, and in Houston I could drive for 2 hours and be in Houston, which was great because that means there was a lot to do. And over here I got nothing. So that was the biggest shock.
Yeah, for me it was probably the lack of cultural food. In
Yes.
Houston there's a Chinatown and stuff like that.
Right.
Koreatown.
They don't even
You're
understand.
ooh, I want Korean fried chicken today, and you can go here. If you want fried chicken, you gotta go to Super Save, which is
Trash. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
It's not trash.
It's great.
It's just expensive, in my opinion. So on that same note, what is your favorite thing about Raton?
My favorite thing about Raton, I will have to say, is the nature. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
The mountains are beautiful, even though I have given a lot of people here a hard time about it's not. It is gorgeous to me. Yeah, it's so pretty here. I'm not gonna lie. The wildlife is great.
Yeah, you almost hit a deer every time you leave your driveway here.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, so for me, it's probably the same thing. You know, in Houston, if you want to see stars, you probably got to drive like 3-4 hours out of town.
Very far.
Here, I just turn off my porch light and I can see the Milky Way, which is like crazy. And I think people in this town might take that for granted, you know, because we're not used to seeing the stars. I think you can see like Venus and the moon in Houston, and that's it. And Venus is just the brightest planet. But I really love the nature out here. You know, you drive 10 minutes and you're in a state park. You know, it's crazy. So we love Raton, even though I kind of talk trash about it sometimes. But to be fair, most of Ratonians also talk trash.
A lot of them do, actually.
And you know, when I moved here, it was the first time I saw mountains. So that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is crazy. Well, this is the first time I'm living in snow and the cold and the ice.
Don't get me started.
I'm freezing.
Don't get me started on the snow. It's terrible.
It is terrible.
It is very overrated, and I cannot drive in it. So
I actually can't drive in it. I've already been learning. Get it together, Patty G.
Yeah. She's the one with the Texas plates, guys.
The red maroon.
So give her like 15 feet, please. Okay, Jailey. So what made you move out here to Raton? Like, what was your inspiration?
So my inspiration was I came 3 years ago for Banner Conference, and I was 17 at the time, and I guess like I fell in love with just the church and all the people here that were so like on fire for the Lord. And I tried to convince myself and my family to let me come, and it didn't work. And then finally I came for my third Banner Conference, and I turned 20, and I was like, that's it, I'm going to leave, because like there is a fire in Mesa Church especially that is going to grow really big, and I want to be able to witness it, and I want everybody to like I came to help them build a young adults group, because I feel that young adults have so much to offer whenever it comes to walking with the Lord, because they're powerful people. Honestly, the young adults are some of the strongest and have the dopest like testimonies. So I really just came because I wanna help out. I wanna help grow a young adults group and everything.
Okay.
Are you telling me to get closer?
Yeah, I'm telling you to get closer to the mic. Okay. So that's cool. Well, welcome to Raton. As a new native Ratonian, right. I've been here like almost 2 years, guys, which is crazy to me, because it really does feel like home here for me, at least. You know, when I went back to Houston in September to visit people and my family and stuff, and you know, it didn't feel like home anymore. You know, when I was sitting, you know, in my childhood home, all I could think about was I want to go home. And you know, my little trailer in Raton is just my comfort zone now, and I love it here. So, again, if you guys have any questions for Jailey, you can drop them in the chat. But let's hear a little bit about like what the Lord has been doing in your life or done in your life.
Okay. So, I guess I gotta be real, cause like we're on a podcast for church. The Lord really, he has done so much, y'all. Like, I don't know where to start, to be honest. I I was always raised inside of church. I've never not been raised inside of church. There was a time where I did not go to church, and that really like hurt my walk a lot. I had got into a bad car accident, and I thought my life was over. I thought everything was over, and I did not have any faith in the Lord at all, until like I went to church and people were telling me like, you know, I'm so lucky for living. And at that point I was kind of already going through like a very depressing depression stage, because it kind of like I lost my job. I didn't have a car. I couldn't even afford my phone bill because like I was struggling. But luckily I had family that held me up in my faith, and the Lord really came through. And when I came for banner conference and everything, he opened so much doors for me that I didn't think was even possible, because I just had given up on him, even though he never gives up on me. Like almost every single day I get like, I feel the Lord be like, hey girl, this is wrong, girl, what are you doing? And I asked Patty G this earlier because I forgot the question, but I didn't forget the question. I don't know. The Lord is just, I'm really nervous, y'all. I'm so sorry. But
you're good.
He's helped me through some very difficult times. I'm currently going through my sober walk still, which is going very well. He's actually kept me very strong because, you know, I'm here in New Mexico, and I feel like everywhere I go, like, I'm just like, I can smell, and I'm just like, oh, God. Like, and he's been very helpful and holding me up, and every time I go to him in his word, it never fails me that he has my back, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous. By the next one, I won't be nervous.
Yeah. So you had mentioned that you're going through a sober walk, right?
Yes.
So, like, what does that look like in like your, like, what are some practical steps that the Lord's been like taking you through in that?
So, definitely, probably, I'm not really sure, actually. I'm sure, but I'm not sure. But
I know that's an on-the-spot question. I'm sorry.
It is an on-the-spot question. I wasn't prepared.
Well, answer it right now.
Right now. Right. What was the question again?
What are like the steps that God's been taking you through to like kind of like help you through that sobriety that you've been doing?
So, in Houston, our church doesn't do like how Mesa does, prayer every day, or Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings. Like, we do our Sunday mornings, but we don't really have that where we come together almost every single day. And I feel that since I've been here, the Lord has been like, okay, so you can make it to this if you don't go and do this, you know? Or you could... The other night I was having a very bad, like, Lord, I need, like, something, and I don't think that it's working. Like, I'm not sure. And I spent some time with him, and he kind of just, like, he had somebody text me. They go to church here. They texted me, and they're like, hey, like, I just want you to know, like, that I'm praying for you. I know what you're going through. The Lord is talking to me, and he's very much helping me. Every single time I have, like, the thought of it, it goes away so quick when I be like, God, please, like, what is this? It goes away, which I've been very grateful for, because he's coming in clutch right now, like, very strong. Because in Houston, it's not legal, but it's everywhere, like to the point where the cops just like whatever. So in Houston, it would have been very hard for me rather than right now, like here in Mesa in New Mexico. Like I could feel the anointing very much here. It's very strong.
I gotcha.
Sorry, y'all. I'm still getting over being sick too, so don't mind my.
In 2 weeks, she'll be better at this. All right, she'll be better at this in a couple weeks. Okay.
Yeah. I was not prepared.
To be fair, though, I didn't really get her prepared either.
He did not.
It's kind of my fault too.
It is his fault, guys. It's not kind of.
It's kind of
no.
My fault.
It is his fault because we went to have lunch to talk about this. Like,
hey y'all, but shout out Wendy House in Trinidad.
It's okay.
It's pretty good. It's thank God for Trinidad because we need the Walmart.
Yes, yeah. That is crazy. Y'all have to drive to a different state for Walmart. Like,
yeah, when I was in when I lived in Houston, I would drive 30 minutes just to go to the good Walmart. Now I drive 30 minutes. Now I drive 30 minutes to go to the Walmart.
I used to drive 15 to Walmart.
Yeah, I'd go to the one like by the Galleria, over.
Oh, the rich one.
Yeah, the bougie one.
The bougie one. No lockers in that one.
So, Jailey, what are your long-term goals here at Mesa? Oh, not at Mesa, but just in general. What are your long-term goals for your life?
My long-term goals for my life, I would love to stay in ministry, but I really would love to be a teacher. I want to be an elementary music teacher. Not hopefully. I want to be, and I will be by the grace, like by the Lord. Like He's gonna do it. We're gonna do it together. Yeah, I really want to be a teacher. Yeah.
Okay.
Change.
Actually, before I even got into like Jesus.
Jesus.
Back when I was in high school and stuff, I had that aspiration to be a teacher. I feel like that comes naturally to a few people, and so it's always inspiring to see people go after that, the underpaid and the overworked teachers. And you can lump in pastors with that too, honestly. Josh is probably underpaid and overworked, but he still loves us and he's still here for us.
Yeah.
And he'll answer the phone if I call him 3 times at 3 a.m. because I have the big sad, and I'm sad in the middle of the night. I'll be like, Josh, answer your phone. Josh, answer your phone. He'll be like, what? I'll be like, pray for me, bro. And then he'll do it.
Yeah, he's a goat, y'all. Josh
and Patty are like every day we gotta be lifting them up in prayer, and Judah and Lids because that's our job. Like we need to be lifting up our pastors and their family in prayer. Judy and Jean. Yes. And the elders of the church, because we're nothing without prayer, right? So what else about you, Jailey, would you like people to know? Fun fact about Jailey.
Fun fact, I prefer the hot. Very much so, like 90-degree weather over this 30-degree weather. Y'all are killing me over here. Y'all will not survive in Houston if y'all go to Houston. That's my fun fact. I love the hot. I love the heat.
Yeah, the cold, you just never get used to it. For me, at least, I've been here a couple of years, like I said, and I dread the winter. At least I have a car now. I didn't used to have a car, and I had to walk in the snow.
Ooh.
Like my dad used to say, like I walk
in the snow. Walk
uphill both ways in the snow to go to school.
I'm like, boy.
And so, but yeah, it's really cold here, guys. Like
it's freezing.
y'all
here.
Complain like there. I remember one time when I was here for Banner the first year, they're like, oh, it's going to be so hot today. It's going to be so hot today.
Right.
And I said, how hot is it going to be? And they're like, 85. And I was just like, bro, that is midnight in Houston.
Literally Texas, like Houston, we get up to like 120, 130. Don't play with us. No. It gets so hot over there.
So, what are some, some things that the Lord has, like, more things the Lord has brought you through? Like, I met you when you were, God, were you 17 when I met you?
I was 15.
No way. I didn't know you 5 years ago,
Yeah. I was 15 when I started going to young adults in Houston.
That is
I skipped
insane.
Over the whole elevation.
She skipped youth and went straight to young adults.
I did, but I knew you for longer.
Oops.
Patty G breaking stuff over here, y'all.
Yeah. So, like, what is some things you wanna bring to Mesa other than, like, like young adults? Like, what are some practices?
Definitely prayer, because when I come to prayer every week, and there's always like 3 or 4 people. What are y'all doing? Y'all know y'all have the time. Y'all know the Lord has not let y'all down, and y'all are not coming to prayer. That's crazy. So hopefully we could grow that prayer. I always hear them say that they want to move the prayer room out, so we needed to get bigger. We need y'all to come. We're nothing without prayer, y'all. Like, we need you guys to come to prayer, please. So it's not just me and Patty G and like Queen. And
I don't like this whispering.
I don't care.
It's just uncomfortable because I have headphones on, so
Good.
I can hear it right in my ear. It's creepy.
Good.
Guys, drop your questions for Jailey if you have any. But what do you think what is your favorite thing to do at church, like throughout the week? Like, would it be like prayer? Would it be, worshiping, anything like that?
I would have to say what I look forward to every week at church is definitely Bible study with the women. Those women are all so strong. I haven't not yet to say anything, like, because I've just been watching them, I guess, and kind of learning who they are. And these women are strong in their faith. These women, like, they give me so much, what is it? Courage, I guess, right? Is it courage? What is it? Motivation. They give me so much motivation to want to grow so much more. Like, seeing Patty on Saturdays, like, that's one of my favorite things to look forward to, just because she's so strong in her, like, her walk. Like, she's so, like, I look up to her very much, and every Saturday I look forward to Bible study. Like, even though I haven't opened my mouth yet, y'all, I talk a lot.
The worst part about Bible study is waking up, right? I think so. Because I think when I think Saturday, I think I'm waking up at noon. Yeah. Right?
But I'm getting up at 9.
Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to set an alarm. And then the Lord's like, nope, you're waking up.
I actually did that last Saturday, and I got up anyways. I was like, all right, we're here.
Yeah, I think like when it comes to Bible study on Saturday, y'all, it's about the fellowship, really. Yes. It's like this week, like I said in announcements this morning, guys, like the men, we went through one chapter in Hebrews, I think. Like one chapter, and it was just because we were talking, and it's not like we're like, oh, go Chiefs or go Eagles or anything like that. We were just like, we were seriously like talking about like things of the Lord. And like when I was in a group in college called Chi Alpha, we would have those kind of fellowships, like we would go to service, and then after service we'd go to somebody's house and we would worship, or we would even just be with each other, eat a meal, play a board game, and then like a lot of the times it would lead to conversations about the Lord, and like those conversations last hours, and you don't even realize it's hours. It's like 5 minutes, you know. I joke about this. One of my friends, we were all playing video games, and he was just in the corner like staring at the wall, and I go, dude, what's up? And he just turned to us and he goes, what's the weight of a soul? And I was like, well, that's a deep question to ask randomly.
Right.
But it led to like this really great conversation. And guys, like when we come to Bible study, when we hang out together, you know, even if there's something like that, like we're inviting, like, don't forget, like when you're hanging out with each other, that you leave a seat open for the Holy Spirit, right?
Right.
But yeah, it's I love Bible study too. I love prayer as well on Tuesdays because, you know, like I said before, we're nothing without prayer. And you know, when I first started doing prayers on Tuesday nights, it was usually just me. Like just me. And it was really discouraging, but I kept doing it, and now we're getting like 6-7 people now.
Yeah.
And guys, like I said, every Sunday I want to outgrow that prayer room. I want to have to go in the sanctuary. I want to have to go out into the street and evangelize.
Yes.
Evangelism is a passion of mine. It's just difficult to do in a small town, but we will do it, right?
Right.
Ooh, I have a comment here for you, Jailey. Haley says, thank you, Jailey, for bringing me closer to God and opening my heart back up to God when I had lost hope. My faithful best friend, I miss you, sending love and prayers.
Aw, I love you, Haley, and I miss you so much. That's my girl right there, y'all. I'll never forget the first time I took her to church. She was so shocked. She was like, okay, Lindale, if y'all have not seen Lindale Church, y'all need to go look up Lindale Church on Facebook. It is very different. It was a very big, I think it's a very big shock for everybody that goes whenever they're new Christians, because they're so crazy. They get loud and wild. Yeah, I'm so glad. I love you, Haley. I'm glad you're still walking with the Lord.
Don't do that. Don't do that in the mic, please.
Whatever.
Like I said, that speaker is in my ear. Please don't do that.
As long as Haley heard it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I was going to say, like, adding on to that, you know, I also went to the same church in Houston. And, man, when I first went there, it was a huge shock for me. So, guys, like, I grew up Catholic. So I grew up, like, I got confirmed in the Catholic Church and everything. And then when I turned 15 and I got confirmed, my mom was like, hey, you're an adult now. If you don't want to go to church, you don't have to go to church. And you know what I did? I stayed my butt home and played video games every Sunday, or I stayed I stayed asleep, right? And in that time frame, I lost what God was, right? Like, I knew that there might be a God, but I didn't necessarily believe in anything. And then someone invited me to church. You see, guys, when you invite someone to church, you could be saving their life. You could be changing their life for the better. Like, if the Lord says, hey, go invite that dude to church, you need to walk in that obedience and do it, right?
You better walk fast.
Because when I went to Lindale the first time, I was in shock. I was like, people are lifting their hands and not like, you know, like organ, like, oh, you know, like hymns and stuff like that. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a big boy, right? I'm a big boy. The first time I got invited to church was to the youth group on a Wednesday night, and my guys, there was not service. It was the pastor's birthday, and they had fajita nachos for free. And I was just like, excuse me, is this like every week? And there's no church service? And you know what, guys? Like, it sounds stupid, but like, I would not have gone back if not for the free food. If I'm being 100% honest with you. And dude, I went back the next week after the nacho, and I was sad because they didn't have fajita nachos, but they had pizza and it was free.
Free pizza every week.
But so I went back the next week, and dude, the pastor preached, and it was like at me. Like, it was like directly at me. And that's when I was like, man, is this real?
Yeah.
And that was, man, 13 years ago.
Jeez.
I'm an old man. Not really. Please don't.
Yeah, he's like almost 30.
Don't quote that. But what I'm saying, guys, is I think you guys need to invite your friends to church. Invite your friends, like, even if it starts with a Bible study or prayer, or, you know, a Thursday night service, or a midweek manna on Wednesdays, guys. Like, invite your friends, invite your family, because you don't want to withhold the gospel from anybody, guys, right? Mm-hmm. We don't want to withhold the gospel, so let's invite people, right? Let's go out, let's be open and pray for people. And you know, every Tuesday when I do prayer, I always pray the same prayer, that the next day each one of us in the prayer room has an opportunity to reach someone for the Lord, right? And like, sometimes it's just like a smile, sometimes it's a how are you doing, you know. I got kind of culture shocked here when you know, people aren't as friendly here as they are in Texas.
Yes.
In Houston, they're you know, they'll be like, howdy, like, how you doing?
No one says howdy.
No one says howdy.
No one says howdy. If y'all are thinking people from Texas say howdy, all of y'all that are saying I have accents, everyone that's saying I say you all, I don't talk like that. I talk like a normal person. I don't think I have an accent.
The most Texas thing I say is, when I say all you guys, I say all y'all. No,
the most Texan thing I'd be like is
Buc-ee's.
Let's go to Buc-ee's. Like, heck no.
Y'all, if you haven't been to Buc-ee's, go to Buc-ee's. It's in Amarillo, only 3 hours. Go do it.
It is very worth it. I took one of the youth with me, and he was very shocked. So y'all go see it. They got the best snacks ever.
And green chili isn't in everything.
What?
It isn't in everything.
Oh yeah, it's not in nothing. We don't got nothing with green chili, so don't go over there with high hopes, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I love New Mexico, guys, but I'm sorry I can't get into the green chili so much. I know it's like sacrilegious here, but
it's not like, spicy.
It's like, if I want a breakfast burrito, I want a breakfast burrito. Like, I went somewhere and I got a breakfast burrito. I was so excited, and then I opened the thing and it was just drenched in chili, and I was like, well, okay. Usually we just, you know, drizzle that stuff on top. Yeah, so oh
Lord, he's breaking stuff.
I'm
Josh,
apart.
If you're watching this, I'm sorry, fam. He's breaking your stuff.
I'm not breaking nothing, not yet. Okay, Jailey, so what is something you can say that would encourage somebody watching right now?
Something I can say right now, whatever you're going through, I promise you, the Lord has it. You may be thinking that I'm crazy and that the Lord doesn't have it, but I promise you, He has it, and He's never going to let you down. He will never let you walk alone. He's a gentleman, and He loves you, and He's made you in the way He wanted you. Don't bring yourself down with your faith. Don't let anything that through this week come against you, because I promise you, the Lord, you just say His name. You could just be like, Jesus, and He's there. He gonna answer you real quick. Mm-hmm. He quick with it, y'all. Real quick with it. Did I just say y'all?
She did say y'all.
Oh man, maybe I am from
y'all,
Texas.
Everyone who's watching, I want you to call Jailey out every time she says something Texan. Like, if you say hi and she goes howdy,
I'm never gonna
she'll
say
never
that.
say howdy, but she didn't go to Texas A&M. That's an A&M thing. But yeah, guys, if I can encourage you, you know, where I've come from, what the Lord has brought me through, like He wants to do that through you as well, guys. You know, like when I first came here in 2023, I
2023, fam?
That was my first time coming, yeah.
Oh.
That was for the banner conference in July.
Oh, yeah.
And I came because my pastor forced me to come. He didn't really force me to come,
Shout out.
but he was just like, I'm paying for you. And I was like, well, now I have to go. And like I had just quit my job too, so I was like, I don't have any excuse. And if I'm being honest, I came out here to kill myself in peace. Like, I know that sounds dark and crazy, but that was my plan, was like, well, I can go to Raton, New Mexico, and I can die peacefully, and no one will know me, and I won't have to deal with the repercussions of my family or anything like that. You know, my mom passed away in 2021, guys, and before my mom passed, my whole thought was like, well, as soon as she dies, it's over, right? As soon as she goes, I'm gonna cease to exist. I'm gonna, kill like, that was the goal. Like, that was like, the devil had to be convinced that, suicide was my destiny. Right. But the Lord, he really met me here, and I fell in love with the people, not like that, and the the area and the church, and I love it here, and he saved my life while I was here. If I had not come, I would not be here. That is a 100% guarantee, guys. And so, like, again, it goes back to invite people, guys, because if my pastor had not said come to Banner Conference, what would have happened? Right? And like, the Lord, like I want you guys out there right now that are listening, that are going through depression, that are going through anxiety, that are going through suicidal thoughts, that are going through addiction, that the Lord wants to meet you where you are and save you guys. Like all you have to do is look up and reach out to him, and he'll grab you, right? Like, everyone, like, when you're running from the Lord, everyone thinks you're running away from him, but he's in step with you, and he's right behind you, waiting for you to turn around. Yeah. Waiting for you to stumble and turn around and say, wait, I made a mistake. And Jailey's testimony is just like that. He's saved us from our addictions. He saved us from our mental health issues, and we have to thank him for that, right, guys? Any closing remarks, Jailey?
You guys, please talk to me on Sundays, because I be so shy to just go and talk to you guys. Please. Because if not, then I guess I'm going to have to talk to you.
Everybody bombard Jailey with your love.
Please.
Every time you see her on Sunday, bother her until she says go away.
And I will say go. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I won't say it, but it will be on my face. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. And bring your babies to me if they need to go to sleep. I love children. So bring them to me.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. What are you doing right now in Raton? You have a job, right?
I do have a job, yes. I am actually working as a childcare person, and I love it so much. I love children. Hopefully, I will be starting to work with your guys' kids on Sundays, so your kids could like me so much. And yeah.
Yeah, Jesus loves children too, so it's amazing. Like, there's something so amazing about, like, a kid. Like, I think one time with Lydia, I was getting out of my car at the same time coming to church, and I heard her go, Patty G, and she was like running towards me for a hug, and I was like, that is one of the best feelings in the world, when a child actually likes you. Yeah. Because they will, like, children are notorious. They will tell you, and they do not like you.
They are so truthful. They are so truthful. Yes.
Like, for me, I had a kid say, Patty G, you have a baby in your belly. And I was like, well,
oh my goodness.
Time to cut out the McDonald's.
Right, because there ain't no Whataburger over here.
Dude, McDonald's is so easy because you just get on the app and you order it, and then you just like...
Bro, McDonald's is so nasty. It's okay. All about that Whataburger. If y'all don't know about that Whataburger, I'm sorry.
Having lived here 4 years, there's not much here. So you learn to love McDonald's, right?
No. Y'all have a Subway.
I don't like Subway. I'll just make a sandwich at home.
Word.
Okay, guys. Well, it was good to talk to you guys. And next week we won't be here because I'm actually gonna be in Houston.
Actually, we might be here.
Oh, she might be here.
We might be here.
They might be here on Sunday, but I won't be here on Sunday because I have to go see my family in Houston. But we will see. I will see you in 2 weeks. So we love you guys,
Yes.
and come to prayer on Tuesdays.
Please.
And come to revival nights on Thursday.
And Bible studies on Sunday mornings.
Saturday.
Saturday mornings.
And then of course Sunday mornings for service. All right.